Hello, everyone. Welcome to our channel. I'm here with my uh, soul crew. We have Jerry, we have Larry, and we have Salish. And we're just going to be doing a tarot pull for you guys. I'm going to pass it over to Jerry because he was the one that got it coming through on the question from the divine, a message from the divine on what to pull on tarot. Also, just a note, we do have our Facebook page up and ready, and we do have our email up and ready. So if you guys want to email us with any questions you want us to talk about, pull tarot on, feel free to do so. And I'm just going to pass it off to Jerry.
Why, hello everybody. Good to see everybody in YouTube land. Just looking at the tarot pull is going to be what Spirit is going to wants to share with us on what religion is going to be going through, different organizations. We all know they're kind of institutionalized. We're just going to see what Spirit wants to share with us. I'm just picking up. Yeah, okay, well. Yeah, it's interesting. So I got the Magician is what's going on presently, which is kind of interesting. I'm thinking that maybe there might be keeping the game alive here. So it's about well, we already know that we are the magicians in reality, but they themselves, the institutions, are playing a bit of a magic act on people's beliefs and such. Though there is going to be a refinement, they are more beginning to embrace more. They will be embracing more of the feminine aspect going into. I'm guessing, well, right now they're starting to look more deeply into what the Holy Spirit really represents. And that's kind of what I got right here on the root of it is our queen again, our feminine energy again, the emotional water. So we got that as well. So in the past, it's kind of taken us in different directions. There's opposing forces with religions, though we all know that if you look at the real deep teachings, they're all very, very similar. Wouldn't you agree, gentlemen? And so in the future, though, it's going to be a tough one to sell. The old ways are going to be definitely a tough sell moving through this. But we're being asked to recreate this whole paradigm. This whole world is going to be changing into a whole different way of worshiping the divine within. And the old systems are dead and gone, and we're not going to be doing those old systems anymore. Something new is definitely coming in. So that's what I got. Anything you want to add to that, gentlemen?
Yeah, I pulled one card. I got the Eight of Cups, and it shows a pilgrim flees into the night under the watchful gaze of the moon. Don't walk away from a situation just before its completion.
That's the Eight of Cups, Larry?
Yes, don't turn your back on success. You may be leaving a long-standing relationship. So by the end of 2025, our formal relationship with the churches will be ending in the process thereof.
Can I get a hallelujah? Yeah. Yeah, the eight also represents is its karma as well, right? It's also a return as well. That's interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay, Marcia, you can jump in here if you like. You could use a little feminine aspect. I know you're chomping at the bit a little bit there.
Hi. Okay, so what I got was very interesting. I got the Hierophant as the recent past, And so usually this is the cabal card for me. It's the governments, it's the structures. But this time, I think what it's saying to me is looking at the structures, like that's where we were at before, was looking at all these traditional structures of religion, right? Sorry, my tripod is not working right now. Looking at the traditional aspects of religion, like the Christianity, the organized religion was in our recent past, and the present is the Three of Pentacles, and that for me is just working together. Like this is what we're in right now, is we are kind of working together. We're kind of, there's more of a freedom of thought, a freedom of belief. People are actually getting let go in their own mind of all the structure, all the you. If you've ever gone to a Catholic church, and don't get me wrong, Catholicism, whatever, all religions, you do you. I have no opinion on what you do. But it's very structured. There's a lot of like tradition in there. So I feel like the Three of Pentacles is kind of like releasing people, in giving them an allowance to kind of search within and to think for themselves, and to think like, what do I really think? What does my heart really want to know? What does my heart really know? Right? Instead of being told what to know. And then the Six of Swords is like the card of journey, right? If you look at it, there's a person on water in a canoe with the moon in the background. The moon for me is the illusion, right? And that's also the feminine, but it's the illusion and the feminine in the background. And it's kind of like in the past, kind of there, but not there. The attention is not on the feminine. And there has been so much illusion, in my opinion. The man is on water with his swords. He's not using his swords. He has a stick, like an oar wow, he has an oar to search, right? He's guiding himself. The swords are put down. The fight is put down. He's guiding himself into more of a light. He's on water. That's intuition, using his intuition. I'm not just saying guys, I'm thinking like this symbolizes just the collective, right? So that is our near future. And the Queen of Wands, and she's like my shiny star, the one that walks in a room and lights it up. And so I feel like that would also be what's showering us. We're still in the orb of the Aries. Those energies are still around, and then the Libra new moon is coming in. So I think what this card says to me is all those energies are also helping us to be unapologetically ourselves, to think for ourselves, to go within, to discern with our own hearts, our own intuition. So not to listen to what we have been told, what we have been indoctrinated with, what we have been told to think. If this is a card to help us to think, make it okay for us to search within.
Can I jump in there a bit, Marcia? I love what you're. Oh, keep going. Keep going.
And then the Wheel of Fortune is the advice. The Wheel of Fortune is like the flip flop. It's destined. It's divine. It's okay to flip flop. It's okay to. I think it's like ego, right? Like a lot of people hold on to their belief system, because if they kind of like move past it, it's like, oh my God, I was wrong. I can't admit I was wrong. So it's okay to flip flop. It's okay to change what you think. I love being able to revamp what I think. It's that spiral, right? That metaphysical symbology of the spiral. You start here and then you go back to the similar point, but it's expanded. And then you go back to a similar point and it's expanded even more. So yeah, I love this read. This is the religion read. We were stuck in the past, told what to believe. We are collaborating together. We're searching within. He is going on a journey. We're getting rained with all these codes, and it's time to flip flop. So yeah,
Well,
now
okay. I love that. Well, when Larry pulled the 8 there and you were talking about the balance and the water, and I was thinking, yeah, that's exactly what I was getting, the feminine. But if you take that 8 and you turn it sideways, it is also balancing both hemispheres as well. And it's about stepping into your higher authority and abundance. So that's a great card that you guys both were kind of very similar in your readings. And I picked up on a little bit of that action too. Yeah, so it's all about the Christed codes. Another thing that popped into my head was I was thinking, yeah, Marcia really likes Blue Jays, and the Blue Jays are playing the Mariners, and the Mariners is all water. And I thought, and they nicknamed the Mariners the Seamen. I thought, wow, that's kind of interesting. So I don't know. I just thought I'd have a little humor there with that one.
Well, are you saying seaman or seaman?
Uh, they they like to use like like they'll say like Yankees, they'll call them different names to the different ball teams, and so the Blue Jays, like that's the only team we have in Canada here, and I thought, yeah, you're really big on the Blue Jays lately, and then there's the water there too. I was like, wow, this is all kind of interesting.
Aren't you guys noticing that all the downloads, like it's another proof that we are so
Yeah.
connected to like the new timeline. They're coming in so fast and so clear now. The codes, the downloads, the everything, right?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I know I'm a big baseball fan, so I like to talk baseball. I'm sure Salish would probably talk a lot of cricket here too. Um, the thing I love is I hate to repeat this, kind of gets away from a little bit of this, but it's interesting because everything is synchronistic and everything has energy, and right and the Mariners are a team of destiny. It's looking like, and they've never been to the big show, and they're like the total water team right now. So and the water's bubbling up right now as we speak. So it's amazing how spirit works.
Well, I think we have to remember that water is the essence of life. And our own bodies are 70% water, as is the earth is also 70% water. So we're all connected.
Yeah, I mean, we breathe water. We're not like we don't, swim under the ocean anymore. Some of us still do, I guess. But yeah, I mean, the water's everywhere is right. It's in us. It's around us. It's part of the reality massively. And yeah, deep subject. We could probably go into that another time. Did you want to talk about your cricket at all, Salish?
No, I'm just sitting here. The tarot pool was if initially you wanted to see how religion's going to go for this year, and I tried to go into the Akashic, and I didn't get much. All I got was they're going to have a hard time. Religions, the religions that evolve with time, like Christianity has done, and not stick to the scriptures of the book, are the ones that are going to be able to adapt. There's other religions which stick to the book and every word in there they sound as if it's from God. They're the ones who are going to suffer because they're not evolving with the times and the awareness that's happening at the moment.
What
And
what what about
well,
Satanism? Seems pretty popular right now.
oh yes, Satanism, it's there. Of course, it's there. It's all part of God. It's all the part of God. It's where you want to go. You want to go down the dark hole, more than welcome to go. Or if you want to stay up, go up to the light, go up to the light. So it's a free choice, free will. Satanism will always be around. While we live on the earth of duality, it will always be there because it gives us a reference point of what we want. Do we like this? Do we like the negative low vibrational side? Not really. Let's go over here. If we didn't know what if we don't know what low vibrations are, if we don't know what negativity is, how do we know what? There's no way for us to know positivity, is what I'm trying to get at. So Satanism will always be there to offer us a choice.
Yeah, I think I'm not picking on any particular group or organization, but It does seem like if you're ever going to get into like say the military, anything like along that lines, I mean they give you dog tags, which is what God spelled backwards. So they're basically inverting you away from your true morality, right? And one of the things about being in the military is you have to obey. It is all command, right? So all our structures are built that way. If you look at, like I said, military, you got your sergeants, you got your lieutenants, you got your generals. So you have a hierarchy, and if they say, "Yeah, go over there and shoot that person," you pretty much got to go over there and shoot that person. You've basically signed your life away. Religion maybe is not quite as deep as that, but it's just as dangerous. It can be if there's people that are and that's usually what happens is the people that get into the hierarchy, the ones that start to run them, they're usually have an agenda. So there's always the ability to oppose another party just by based on what they believe and because there's opposites, there's always going to be someone that's going to oppose you. Again, just like anything else in our duality, whether it's sports or religion or anything else involving polarity is always going to be that way. And religion seems to keep that polarity going because, well, not with everybody, but with people that really get the strict belief systems that it has to be done this way. There's only one way to God.
Mm.
And that's when it starts to get dangerous
Oh
because
well,
now
we're already seeing that happening over the world with one particular religion anyway. But it won't last for long because it in this new times that we're in, where more and more light is being shown on the earth, it will fall. It will fall by the wayside. But while in doing so, it'll take a lot of people with it, a lot of suffering as well. But what is happening is now that there's more and more light here, there is no way we can go down to the levels of darkness that we have been through over the last few millennia. So there's light at the end of the tunnel. There's always light at the end of the tunnel. And there are people here who have walked lives who have hit rock bottom and some severe rock bottoms. And I'm one of them. And I've seen light at the end of the tunnel. So I can see that for humanity as well. I can actually see that happening.
yeah, it's did you oh, I thought maybe Larry wanted to pop in there say
Mm.
something, but yeah, I know it's a beautiful movement. It almost feels like the 60s all over again, right? If you ever watched any
You
of a lot of
you
these
dress like
six
it. You dress like it, and you want to be.
thanks, man. Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, no, it's good. Yeah, flower power. So yeah, I mean,
Mhm.
we are there's enough support now. We've made, I think 2012 was the marker, and it's what 24-year cycle that we have to push through. We still got
It's
five.
a 30 year it's a 30-year cycle. 18 years before the equinox, and 18 years after. That's why the year 2030 is supposed to. After that, things are just going to ramp up big time, big time.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. It does seem like we are, um, we're shedding all of the control structures, and it partially what Salesh is referring to. A lot of the revelations are coming out. People are waking up now, and but what we're finding, of course, is there's many levels of control, and one by one, they got to be coming down.
yeah,
yes,
and
it'll take a
first part.
couple of generations, at least a couple of generations, because we all know about with the Israelites going through the deserts for 40 years. Main reason being, it takes a couple of generations for them to come out of the slavehood mentality that they were when they went into the desert with. And so it's like over here as well. I think we've seen it in our lifetime. 40 years ago, it was some of the things that's happening now. I can't, hard to believe it's happening because 40 years ago, we never heard of things like that. So another 40 years, 2 generations, and we'll be rocking and rolling over here, right? I reckon it's going to be all positive.
Don't you guys feel so excited to be here and just be pioneering this? Because we're actually here to see the past and what it was. Not only see it, but we're experiencing it. We're experiencing like the lower vibrations, and we're seeing all the conflict and the harder energies. But then we're also seeing the transformation, right? We're also feeling like the split. We're feeling the new earth anchoring. And then what Salish was saying with the 2 generations, who knows if we're going to be here in the 2 generations, right? But we're here in the transition, and I find that so exciting. Yeah.
Yes, they have mentioned it that looking back upon time, when they look at the year 2012, 21st of December, when the transition took over through the equinox, it's one of the most momentous time in the momentous era in the time in the era of Earth's evolution, and we don't we are actually experiencing it, and we're actually walking it, and a lot of us have started walking towards the light now. A lot of us,
Yeah.
and more are. And out of this channel that we're doing, this YouTube, even if one person walks towards the light from the darkness, it's well worth it. That is work well done as far as I'm concerned. And that's the way we look at it. One person at a time. That's all it takes. Nothing more.
Or even if just not even like do anything, but just get them to start thinking of just a teeny tiny bit different, just open, just like even like a crack of like, maybe I'm gonna look within and think about this a little bit more and let my soul guide me instead of like listening to what we've been programmed with. But I have a question for you guys. Have you guys noticed that the people who are like really holding on to the old systems, they're going a little bit crazy? Like, I know I doom scroll through reels and stuff when I go when I'm going to sleep, and you know, it's just one of my fun things to do. I doom scroll through Facebook reels and Instagram reels and all that stuff, and people are literally going crazy. Like they act like so crazy. What do you guys think about that?
When you said that, I thought of like a 7-Up bottle when you shake it, and you're trying to keep the lid from popping off. I think all those emotions and everything has to surface, so I think it has to pop at some point. So I think there's a releasement that, well, because we're all connected to the earth, right? So it's yeah. So we're expressing what the earth is feeling as well, right? So yeah, I mean, even those people, they're doing sacred work too. They're anchoring in their, well, if they're hanging on, it's going to be a little difficult, but yeah, I guess that's where our compassion has to really amp up, because it is kind of hard to watch. Like I was saying earlier, sometimes it's hard seeing family members staying where they want to stay, and we have to respect those boundaries. We can't be doing any releasement for anybody that doesn't want to release themselves.
I have so much compassion. It is really hard, and it does sometimes get me a little bit like crazy, because you just kind of want to shake people and be like, look with your eyes, look with your eyes. But I do send everybody so much compassion and so much love, because it is none of my business, and it is your path, your journey, and wherever spirit leads you. We all learn so much. Like what Salish was saying is being through the dark times. I had a time in my life that was really, really dark. And I had so much light come in after that journey. And that was honestly like my first spiritual awakening. So maybe that's kind of what it is, right? Like they have to go through all this stuff, the holding on, the being insane, to get to see like a even stronger light, right?
Yeah, I would say we are all connected at the subconscious level. And we have been able to really to raise our vibration and go inside and concentrate and be able to really bring up our vibration. So that's we can be in a state of bliss really very easily, and we're all thankful for that.
Absolutely. Sorry, I was muted. Absolutely, for sure. I'm so grateful for all of it, and being able to, I think the more you practice just quieting and going within, the easier it is to center and to be connected, right? So it's like when you first start off on this path, the meditation seems so hard. But the more you just stick with it and take away all the I have to's, the easier it is. And it's just a simple thing about tuning into your breath, becoming centered. And the more you do that, I promise you, it's true for me, is that it becomes easier and easier and easier each time. And now it's a little shift. All I have to do is a little shift, right? And what Larry was talking about was that able to raise the vibration on will, right? And that's possible for, I'm not special. I'm 100% not special, a little bit maybe, but like Betty has this gift. We are all fractals of God, all of us, every single one of us. It is your choice on how you want to use it. That's just my little thing.
Yeah, absolutely. So, okay, cool. So we are going through this shift, so we do need to embody more light. So some of the things and examples that people can use that every day is just getting out barefoot, walk on some grass, give some gratitude. Gratitude will get you there really fast, get the higher vibration going, be out in the sun, talk to yourself, talk to the plants, talk to the sky, know that you're everywhere and everything. I like how Larry said we, so it's all about collectively. We're all becoming more connected telepathically. More of our intuition is getting heightened. So every time some event happens, our psychic capabilities just bump up a notch. So it's reducing the amount of blue screen, the amount of any kind of infiltration of artificiality that wants to captivate our attention, and subtle programming. A lot of good shows that represent that, especially kids shows. Like there's Coraline's a good one. I think there's Nine is another great animated show. There's a lot of, because they have to show us the truth in plain sight. So there's a lot of shows that do show the heavy programming, and it's on an unconscious level. So the trick is what all these people here were saying, is become conscious, become aware, become awakened. Sure, it's disembobulating at times when you start waking up and you're realizing everything's a lie, and you want to be on the winning side, but whenever you're on the winning side, you're opposing the losing side, which is a part of yourself. So everybody can get on board and win through this time if they wish to.
I just wanted to thank everyone for being here, and I wanted to give all the boys here, all the men here, the opportunity to say goodbye. And we will see you soon. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, and share. Again, we don't want anything from anyone. We just want to be of service to the collective and just get this information out there. And by you doing that, that will absolutely help us do this. So do you guys want to say goodbye?
Okay, great seeing you. Enjoy your day.
Love you, Larry.
Blessings. Thank you.
Namaste. Namaste.
Namaste, namaha. All right, see you guys later. Catch you in the next video.